On this episode of Street Rat Garage, we are back again with our 2014 Dodge Charger Pursuit that had all the bullet holes in it. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? I don't know. Let's find out. So this is our 2014 Dodge Charger. This is the one I bought at govdeals.com auction from the Indiana State Police, and they used this car, perfectly good running car, for target practice to see, I can only assume, to see what effect shooting at the car had on the individuals inside. Well, it was surprising. I mean, it did relatively good for a car. You think all the bullets would go straight through? Not so much. Apparently you're safest in the back of a Dodge Charger. That's where the most protection is. Anyway, the car has new doors on it. So I bought a parts car. We took all the doors off, all except the one on that side, and just swapped out all the doors. We had a gentleman come in that was very good. He drove an hour from Indianapolis and didn't charge us anything. He installed actually this isn't new glass, this is used glass. This is from the salvage yard. It looks perfectly fine. Front and back glass. How much was this? Like $400, $425, something? I can't remember. Look at the video, I think I said about around 400 bucks. I'm pretty sure it was under $500. So we got all new glass in it. We got all new doors on it. We didn't get a hood, but I think I have one coming. This is pretty much what the rest of the car looked like right here. So, and that just leaves us with, after we replace this hood, 1, 2, 3 bullet holes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bullet holes. We have 10 bullet holes that we need to do something with the fill or put some Bondo in, cover it up. Maybe we should just leave one bullet hole in there just to remind us what this car was. Well, let's pull this thing back outside and have a little bit better look at what we got going on here. Key fob not detected. I got the wrong key. Okay, now I have the correct key. We have 2 Dodge Chargers. I grabbed the wrong key. There we go. That's much better. All right. Let me tell you what I want to do with this car. It runs good, and she is quick, as you know, most 5.7 Dodge Chargers are. Not as quick as a, 6.4 or whatever that is, Scat Pack, SRT, what have you. But she doesn't sound great. Kind of weak, really. Just no vroom, as you know, like Dodge Chargers have. Yep. Let me try that again. Let me try that with the microphone back here this time. Okay, let's try that. It just sounds like an average car. Just a boring old car with like 4 mufflers on it. 2 mufflers, 2 resonators, however that works. However many Calais converters these things have on it. It just really stifles the sound. But yeah, these aren't supposed to be loud from the factory. But we need a little something. We're fixing it up. We're gonna try to make something out of this, at least until somebody gives us, more money than we have into it. And then we'll sell it, of course. But for now, it just needs more work. Really need to get that hood. That looks terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to cut the mufflers off and try to make a pipe, because this one I want welded. I don't weld, I don't have a lift, and it's just going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm going to take it to one of the local muffler shops, just have them slice off the mid mufflers, the resonators, whatever you call it, and put some straight pipe in there and just keep the two little back mufflers. And from what I've seen on YouTube, it makes a big difference. We are all loaded up on the trailer, ready to take the old Charger into the muffler shop. It's one of those small little muffler shops, so we should be able to get what we need done without too much hassle, and hopefully not spend over a couple $100. That'd be nice. Make this thing sound better. Let's get on it. Okay, so let's just pump the brakes one moment on taking it down and getting the exhaust sliced and diced. I have to wait, for an appointment. So we got it back here to the house, and this hood, it looks really bad. And if I take it to the shop, maybe they'll slice their hands open on this giant piece of metal that's sticking out of the hood or something. Plus, it just looks bad. So I went on to Facebook Marketplace, and I was looking for hoods and looking for hoods. I found two, and they both sold before I got there. But I was able to find a third hood, and this one was actually cheaper, and I believe in better shape than any of the other ones. Fortunately, the person that listed that hood for sale, they did a really bad job of making a Facebook ad, which is where you find all the good deals. They were parting out a car, a complete car. They only had one picture of a deck lid, and it just said Dodge Charger parts, but there's only a deck lid. So who knew? I hit him up to ask about the deck lid because I was thinking about buying the deck lid. He's like, yeah, I got that. I'm parting out a car. It's like, oh, really? You got a hood? Yeah. How much? $50. Cheaper than all the other hoods. That's crazy. So I jumped in the car. I didn't buy the deck lid. He said he had somebody coming to look at it, but I did buy the hood for $50. And that is what we're going to go ahead and throw on this car today before we go and slice off the mufflers. I know I keep saying mufflers. I believe that's the resonators. Slicing off the resonators and leaving the little muffler that's on the back. That's what we're doing. Now, oddly enough, these hoods appear to be made out of aluminum. Is that aluminum hoods? I guess. I don't know. It's not rusted, and it's been there for over a year like that. So that's pretty cool. Maybe we save this, take it to the scrapyard, and make a couple extra dollars off of it. Now the first thing we need to do is remove this little light that probably hasn't worked in many years, but I want to stick it back on there just to have it. Come on, there you go. Yeah, that does not look like it's in very good shape, but maybe we can make it work later. I left my tools for doing this sort of thing at Street Rat Garage Worldwide Headquarters. So now we just have to break it. Great. Do the best we can and try to pry these out without messing them up too much. Come on out of there. There we go. There we go. One more. There we go. All right, we got the majority of them. And then the other one already has the wiper thing, sprayers on it. So we can leave those. Then next up, we'll just come in here and remove the bolts from the hood. Like so. I already removed the front ones. Just gotta hit the back ones. And luckily, super light hood. Made out of aluminum. Look at that, that's easy. And she's gone. Then there is nothing left to do but to grab the new hood Oops, I missed. And gently lower her on. Oops. It's still better with two people. This hood's just, it's not heavy at all, but man, it's a little awkward. And bolts. One there. Come on, get in there. Boy, they thread easy too. That's a plus. It's got to be the easiest bolting hood bolt ever. Actually, that's pretty easy for a one-person job. Come on the other side. 1, 2. Zip them in. I'm just going to line it up on the original marks of the old hood and hope that's good enough. Probably not. 1, 2. 3, 4. Nice. Now I just plug the water line back in, the windshield wiper thingy. Was this where this was? Was it all the way up there? That's the only hole I see. Well, there's some behind here. The other one didn't have this on there. Is that where that goes or not? That's not where that goes. Doesn't look like we have a provision for this unless we go behind here somewhere. Yeah, this doesn't have a hole. This hood didn't come with a little light on it, apparently. So I guess right here we can poke a hole in here. It's weird that one had insulation, the other one didn't. Get in there. But this is a Dodge, so we definitely need an under the hood light. I guess we're just going to poke this wiring back up underneath the fire retardant there. Good enough. And now, does it close? Yeah, it sure does. Not bad. Well, I'm gonna say not bad for first try. Look how big this gap is here. We often talk about body gaps, and this is where body gaps come from. People replacing body panels and not getting them properly aligned. See how close that is and how far away that is. I'm gonna make a couple adjustments and we'll come back and have a look at it again. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple adjustments here. What I can do is just loosen these up just a little bit. That's more than I wanted to. Put that down. Kind of just make this not snug, but just barely touching like that. And then come in here and close the hood. And then make my adjustments. Like so. Yeah, a little bit over. That looks pretty good there. Maybe a little bit over towards the top. About like that. Well, it's a fine adjustment. You should not do this, but I'm just going to take a screwdriver and just turn it to move the gap out just a little bit. I mean, if I had some tape on there, it would be smarter, but I'm being very, very careful here. Turning this out. And maybe just a little bit backwards to make those back ones line up. That looks pretty good. Maybe just a little bit. I want to move the whole thing over, so I'm going to put this right in the middle and just move it ever so little. Oh, that was too much. Don't get too picky on this either. It's just a charger. There we go. That looks better. Then I'm going to open it back up and tighten it down. Carefully opening it up. Not even all the way. And I really only have to tighten down one to make the whole thing not move around. There we go. Let me tighten this other one. There we go. Now we can open it up all the way. Oops, wrong way. There. And there. And bam. Nice. Now we have much better lines. Everything looks a lot better and gapped evenly. They probably have a tool that you can measure those out and probably shim it up there to where it matches, but that's just how I do it. That looks so much better, doesn't it? Old hood versus new hood. So if you remember what it looked like before, so much better. New windshield, new hood, 3 new doors, and all that we have left are these little bullet holes. Man, we're almost out of bullet holes. Man, should I just leave those there because they give it character? I kind of like it, but nah, we'll probably fix it later. Okay, so I know I keep saying we're going to the muffler shop, but it's been a couple more days now, and I've been driving this a little bit, and I've come to the conclusion that I should leave the mufflers alone because I'm going to put this up for sale, and maybe the person that's interested in this car, maybe they don't want a louder car. So have to keep that in mind when selling it. Personalizing the car to a certain demographic may make it less desirable to another demographic. So it's a lot easier to remove a muffler than it is to put one back on, and it's less costly. So let's leave it like this. It runs really good. I actually took this to the track during a Cleetus and Cars event and run it in the quarter mile. This car ran a 13.7 in the quarter mile, completely bone stock. Nothing's been modified on it. It's just what it runs. So I would say that's pretty good. Back in the old days, you had to modify a car in order to get it to run a 13.2 in a quarter mile. So bone stock car, 5.7, 13 seconds in the quarter mile. Pretty good. Let's leave it alone, but let's clean it up. This is filthy, and it deserves a little bit better before we list it online. All right, let's get this thing cleaned up, see what she looks like underneath this filth, and do a music montage. Here we go. All right, that looks way better. Just cleaning off the year or so of junk that this car has been accumulating definitely helps. It was a good car to begin with until it got shot full of bullet holes for, well, not for no good reason, for a reason, but they could have picked a non-functional, blown up, bad transmission, something car to do such a thing to, instead of just picking whatever they had handy. But not my decision to make. I'm going to dry this off, then we'll come in here and look at it and see what we got. Okay, she's all dried off and definitely looking a lot better. There is one issue that I did find rather accidentally. I was walking by the car and I've ripped my sweater on this jagged piece of metal right here. So this is a little bit dangerous. I think we're gonna knock that in a little bit, maybe a little bit here, just get rid of the sharp edges, so if somebody's walking by, they're not going to you know, cut themselves on that. Because this is ridiculously sharp where the bullet hole came out. I got a little punch here, my hammer, and I'm just going to tap it back around a little bit. Maybe tap it a little bit more closed. That bullet came right through there. That one came from the that's one of the holes that's in the side panel. It just shot through the back deck lid, or not deck lid, but back fender area here. We can just close that up some. Yeah, I know some of you are saying, it's like, why don't you just fix it? It's like, well, I kind of like the bullet holes, and if somebody just buys it without me having to fix it, it's even better. That little tab is just sticking out right there. There it goes, just flaking off. Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. Not sure if I'm making it better or worse, really. This one just has a big piece just flipped out. A little bit here. Almost close that one completely up. Hammer it down a little bit. So if I do decide to fix it, definitely make it a lot easier. That just sort of bubbled out right there. Count it back down. This one's coming out pretty good, actually. Oh yeah, way better. Now you won't slice yourself on that. And I'm just gonna pound these guys down a little bit too. Yeah, it's a lot thicker. Most of this is pushed in. I don't think we can really pull it out, but we can push these back down a bit. The bullets came in through here, 1, 2, and they pushed up here. And one of these two, actually both of these two, traveled down the quarter panel and out the back. These two, I think this one traveled and went inside, probably broke the window. And this one's probably still inside the car somewhere. That's really bowed out. May have to grind that down if I decide to fix it. Go there. Yeah, I'm doing body work with a punch and a hammer. Yeah, that's better. So there, a lot smoother. Not going to catch your hand on anything. Yeah, a lot better. I feel better about that, so nobody catches their fingers or anything on there. And still have these 3 holes here, one there, one hiding there, and one here. It just is what it is. You either like it or you don't like it. I can always come in here and hit it with some body filler later if it doesn't sell, but if it's going to sell just like it is, you know, we'll let it sell like this. I kind of think it's cool to ride around with the bullet holes in it because the car has a story, and then people are going to want to know why these are in there, and then I can tell them it was used as a training vehicle, or, you know, show them the pictures of where it was all shot up, or even worse. But I think we're about done on this car. I'm going to list it up for sale and see if I get any offers. I think I'm going to put it up for probably $5,000. We have $3,000 into it, putting in the glass, getting the doors, paying for the car. So $2,000 into the car, $1,000 into the glass and door repairs. And that's pretty much all that we've done to this car besides clean it up. So $3,000 into it. I priced these, they're bringing about $6,000, give or take. This has relatively low miles. I can't remember if it's 125 or 150, but the miles they're high, but they're not as high as they could be. And overall, this is actually a pretty good car. I really wish they hadn't shot it up. It was perfectly fine, perfectly drivable. I've driven this, I don't know, about 100 miles or so. I took it on some roadside assistance trips just to see how it does, and it does great. It does great on the interstate, does great on the regular roads, it does great on the drag strip, really great on the drag strip. So I think it's time to move on. If somebody doesn't give us about $4,000 for it, I'll take $1,000 profit. If I can't sell it for at least $4,000, then we'll keep it, we'll fix this, and we'll do some more work to it. But for now, that is the end of the story on the Bullitt Dodge Charger. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rag Garage. Until next time.